Hello everyone, and welcome back to Zendikar Fails Part 2 with CJ Beast. Now, first of all, I wanted to say I'm sorry about last video. The audio quality was not great. The abrupt end because of the doggos, it was just bad all around. So instead, I decided to just mute the audio because this one still had the audio issues. And all of it stemmed from my recording, just recording both my voice and the game's audio as the same clip, so I couldn't edit one without the other. I have switched the settings around, it's better now, but this was still in that first clip. So let us continue. Basically, I realized that I never explained how grow tag works. Grow tag is that red that I have the 1-2, and he's got the little symbol in the bottom left, the yellow. That's the party symbol. What grow tag does is he's a 2-drop, 1-2 trample with when he attacks, he gets +1/1 for every creature in your party, which is great. And that is why he got bubble shielded, which just keeps him tapped forever if you couldn't tell. So anyways, what just happened was he decided he was going to return my pack beast to my hand. He threw out the spell, the instant increasing his Mars attack, so I decided pressure point. I tapped his creature, draw a card. It's just a 2-drop white. It's really good. So at this point, I mean, I still think I have a good advantage health-wise against him. He's got a decent board state, but I figure, you know, hey, I can build it back up quickly. I got a lot of low-costing cards. So at this point, I throw up the pack beast to he into the royal. He just returned to my hand, and then I throw out another grow tag. My thought process was, he hated the first grow tag, why not throw out a second grow tag? In case he did have another bubble shield, he would probably start targeting me. And I figured, I'm going to swing with this guy, this Outrider, because he's 3/3 that when he comes out, a creature gets +1/1 for each creature in your party. So it's only one time his effect happens unless you bounce him. So I figured, I'm going to throw it at him. If he blocks, he's losing a creature, or I can just get free damage. I didn't expect him to flash out that Zolapart Duelist. He's a 1-drop rogue that can be flashed out, and when he comes out, target creature gets -2, -0. And because of that, he was able to kill my Outrider. So of course I made the smarter choice. I killed the wizard because he's a higher base power. Zolapart's effect only really works once. I figured, you know what, I might as well take out the bigger guy. So at this point, we're kind of trading blows, right? Of course, I still have the better board state. I've got the Stomper in my hand, who I just really want to play, but I need more mana. So I'm like sitting here chanting for mana, and I get Lotus Cobra. Lotus Cobra is a 2-drop, 2/1, that whenever you play a land, so anytime you play a land, you just get a mana. Free, any color, float, you can just use. It's great. So I was happy, but at the same time, it's much better if you get it late game. So at this point, I'm like, you know what, I'll just throw out extra body. Let's just throw out this insect too. It's got landfall to gain a life. So you know what, why not? So I decide, ultimately, I'll just swarm him, throw out as many creatures as I can, keep him on his toes, have ample blockers, and just swing a couple of people at him. And that was my process until I can get out the Stomper or just throw out that, blade if I need to. At this point, I was like, I could throw grow tag, but if I did, he would easily have thrown both of his people at me, and albeit it would have been a good trade for me, it still would have made me lose my grow tag. I could have been much smarter in this play, but it's fine, regardless. My mistake, my bad. So he throws out a land, so I'm like, okay, in his hand, he's got to have something. I'm just worried he's got this buff. At this point, I should have thrown the insect as a blocker, but I don't know. I was kind of stupid. I was thinking if I threw it at him, he's probably just going to put a +1/1, and I'm going to lose a creature for nothing. But ultimately, I should have just thrown the guy anyways. Oh, I lose the insect. Oh no. So I finally get another land. I'm like, yeah, and Lotus Cobra gives me another mana, I gain a life. I'm like, hell yeah, time to play the Stomper. Now the Stomper is a 6-drop 6/5 trample, so he's pretty good. But the interesting thing about him is that when he comes to the field, you are allowed to return. Well, you have to return 2 lands to your hand. Kind of a costly thing, right? Is he worth the 6-drop? Well, he is in this set. With those new double-sided cards, there's some big creatures out there who can either be played as a land or as a creature. So what you can do with him is, oh, I got this really costly card at the beginning of the game that can be a land or a creature. Of course I'm going to play it as a land. Why would I keep it as a creature? And ultimately it's just wasting space. So I throw it as a land. Oh look, I get Kazunda Stomper. Now I get that big creature back to my hand. It's great. So anyways, I decide to throw my guy at him. I was like, you know what, let's throw Road Tag at him. I was like, if he tries to block, I'll be fine. And then he showed me his cards. I knew it was some sort of instant. I just didn't know what it was. It ended up being a shield spell that basically gives you a +3 toughness. Just enough to straight murder my guy. And then he throws out this big dude. This big dude is a 5/4 who costs 1 less to cast for every creature in your party. So he's one of those cards I mentioned in my last video. That you can just, oh, I have a warrior and a wizard out. Well, now he's 2 less. It's great. He's a really good card. So, of course, I throw out that forest again. I get another forest. And then I decide, you know what? I'm just going to get another body out here. Because the issue I'm having is he's now got a 5/4 that can actually contest my Kazunda Stomper. I was like, his creature's tapped, so I might as well get that 8 damage. Because my guy's got trample anyways. If he blocks, he's just losing a guy and losing life. He decides to take it. He goes down to 5. I'm like, alright. I've got a good chance of winning this game. Unless he gets something completely insane. I've got this game in the bag. But at the same time, if he keeps that 5/4 from tacking, I could lose my guy and then he could start making a comeback. Because he would easily, if I was in his shoes, I would throw my 5/4 at my 8/5. Just kill them both. He knows I only have a plains in my hand. He knows I can't make it stronger. But he decides to attack. And honestly, I wasn't sure why he did that. Because, I mean, I was happy he did, because, I could double block and kill it, but why did he attack there? If he would have just kept that thing untapped, he could have just traded blows with my Kazunda, and he would have had the better trade. But he just decides to throw his guy at me. Maybe he thought I was afraid, he's going to cast an instant or sorcery. Well, instant, specifically, that buffs his guy. And that he was like, oh, he just won't block and I'll just make him stronger, right? But at this point in time, I didn't know. So, my turn comes, I throw out that plains, and then I throw out this guy. He's a guy that's a 7/5 that also costs less for each card in the party. And he is a 7 drop normally. Oh wait, 9 drop? 8, yeah, 9 drop. So I go to attack, he plays this card. That card basically lets him look at the top 6, choose a spell, and use it. And so at this point I'm like, oh no. But he did not get anything good. And with that, I got my very first victory in this draft. Now, I'm going to say this, the next video is definitely going to be higher quality. I've separated the audio file types. Everything's coming up, right? So I want to thank you all for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed this. Please hit subscribe and like if you did. If you want to see more of this content, leave a like, leave something in the comments. Other than that, I hope y'all have a wonderful day.